Hello guys, what is up? It is me, Prince of Otis, back here with the sixth part of What If Luffy Was Yuta's Reincarnation, Sharing a Curse. Hope you enjoyed the last one. Had to postpone, posting it yesterday, whatever. It's out. So I have some complications with YouTube, was messing up with my quality setting. I don't know. I did not mess that up, so seriously, what the hell? Don't forget to like and subscribe, hit the notification bell to stay up to date on all of my future videos. And for those of you who haven't subscribed, please subscribe, because this is about the percentage of y'all that haven't subscribed. If you keep watching the videos, subscribe, or we got issues, bruh. Subscribe, alright? And I'm gonna get right into it. Alright. The last part began with Luffy and Eneru continuing their fight, which leads to Eneru striking down Skypiea with his lightning, only for Luffy to copy his lightning powers and stop it all before killing him. Everything comes to a stop, a party is held, but Luffy actually sleeps through it because he's kind of tired, and the next day he and his crew leave with some gold. They then head to Water 7, but end up on Long Island where they meet and save Tonjit. Foxy arrives, but he and his crew are chased away by Luffy. Then later on, Aokiji arrives and then warns the crew about Robin, and then he tries to attack, but Luffy fights him while letting his crew go ahead to the ship. He beats Aokiji but heals him, realizing that he was just trying to do something. It's not sure what he's trying to do, but it's there. He wasn't trying to kill them. And the Straw Hats leave with the fact that he beat an admiral being a bit shocking, and they move on to Water 7, where they find when they get there, they find out that Mary can be fixed, and this leads to Usopp leaving the crew and asking for a duel, which Luffy denies, and they just leave. Robin is later then seen by Sanji and Chopper, seeing that she's leaving as well. However, this leads to a deeper plot involving CP9, who attack Iceberg, and this leads to them revealing their true identities, only to be beaten by Luffy single-handedly. Zoro beats Khalifa on his own, and Robin was sent off far ahead by a Blue Note before they all got beat up. Now, while the Straw Hats' names are being cleared by Iceberg, the pirates are also healing those beaten by CP9 on the way to Iceberg, who, of course, they turn out to be their enemies in disguise. And during this all, we're gonna go to a secret hideout at this point. Let's just leave, the main plot right now. Under a bridge in a secret room resides Franky's base, where he and the twins would be crying after hearing Usopp's story while he fixes the Mary. You really left your crew over a ship?" says Mozu. "That's sad. Damn," Kui screams. "Man, this is breaking my heart," Franky states, with them crying a river, and Usopp would yell, "Would you shut up? I'm trying to focus here. You get the point. We're not comrades anymore." After crying a bit, the three would then calm down, and Franky would ask, "So, what you gonna do with this ship, my brother?" "Obviously, we're destined for more adventures," Usopp yells. "I'm gonna sail around, maybe return to the East Blue." "You won't be able to go back," Franky says. Usopp asks what he's talking about, and Franky would understand as he walks over, saying that when he let Usopp get his ship in here, he also checked out its infrastructure. "I recommend you scrap her. I'll even help you out." Getting pissed off, Usopp tells him to back off, and they get ready for a fight, as Usopp would then actually watch Franky rip off parts of the Mary and knock Usopp through her so he can see the horrible state that her base is in. Her keel is messed up. However, as he sinks into the water, Usopp closes his eyes and tries to deny it before he then takes back to the surface, and he grabs the ripped part off, and the part that was ripped off, and tries to put it back to the Mary, saying, "Oh, I'll fix it up right away, again and again and again, as long as I have to." The desperation in his eyes and how dead they seem leave the twins crying, as his determination to keep the ship alive is almost psychotic. "Would you knock it off already? You're hurting her. You think someone like you can even fix a ship, much less make one?" Dropping his tools, however, Usopp breaks into tears, saying to shut up. "You don't think I knew? I knew all along, you idiot. Ever since I heard those words from that long nose. It really made it, but it only made what I saw that day feel more real." Usopp would then say that one day he thought he saw a spirit fixing up Mary when they were on Skypiea, and it had gotten to the point that he wondered if he could keep her alive, because it sounds like even spirits want her to be alive. "I know it sounds crazy, but I believe you." "Huh? I believe you. What you saw was a cloud blotzer, man." We will now cut to back to the Water 7 Blue train station. So the station government agents are scrambling to get away, saying, "Hurry, hurry! Straw Hat took down Cypher Pole 9. And from inside the train, these people are boarding, and Robin, hearing this, would scrunch up inside, feeling as though Luffy is heading further and further to his death, saying, "Just go, damn it, just go." Nearby the station, we see Sanji take a puff from his cigarette, saying, "Yep, Luffy's pissed." Back at Iceberg's home, after being told everything, the shipwrights are quite shaken, and it had just occurred to them that Lagunica was also about to happen, so this was really a bad day. As they were mumbling, however, they hear a scream and turn to see above Chopper, and they yell, "A gorilla? So Robin didn't betray us," Chopper screams. After Chopper, Zoro, and Nami were filled in by Luffy about what Iceberg heard from Robin, this makes the resolve to get her back much more concrete, as she wants to lead them away from danger, but it seems that's not gonna happen. Well, you'll still need to wait for Agua Lagunica to pass, said Iceberg. I'm sorry. The hell's that, Zoro asked. Luffy then begins to take to the sky, leaving the shipwrights amazed to see the ability again, but as he summons Rika, they scream in horror. What the hell is it with you, boy? Yells Iceberg. What is that thing? Polly screams. It's not nice to yell at a lady, you know, Luffy said. That's a she? You got a problem with that? Rika said. As they get tight-lipped, they shake their heads, with Luffy then saying it's okay, and Rika won't hurt them, before then making a hand sign. Emerge from the darkness, blacker than darkness. Purify that which is impure. As they look up, everyone sees a strange sludge-like thing of energy slowly form a sphere around the city, and the drain on Luffy would be huge because like Water 7 is huge, but because Luffy has Rika right now, that drain is abysmal. It's getting dark. What is this? It's a curtain. Luffy says it's a barrier technique, said Nami, so I don't think you're gonna have to worry about Lagunica for a while. As silence falls, they gasp in shock as they scream, he's covering the whole city then? The citizens in the shelter wouldn't be able to see such a spectacle, as they still thought Lagunica was a problem. When the curtain is set, Luffy would then land with Rika leaving, as he would then smile, saying, now you can have everyone come out. The set rules for the domain say no water can enter, but anything else can come in. That means government agents. You're saying like it matters or anything, says Southstone. I like you, kid. Thank you, sir. Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard a pirate sound so nice. Maybe he's a marine in this. Shh, don't, Zoro says, as they wonder why Zoro sounds so panicked, and then I notice Luffy sadly drawing in the grass. I knew what a horrible pirate. He's so sensitive, all of them thought. Now it's gonna go on for hours and hours. Great job, Zoro said. The shipwrights honestly don't know what to do, because Luffy is strangely too soft to be a pirate at times, but fight when needed. It's just bizarre for them. Meanwhile, Usopp, Franky, and the twins make their way out and are confused upon seeing the curtain, but Usopp would say, it's a curtain. This looks like a curtain to you? Asked Mozu. You really must be losing it. Shut up, I mean, it's the name of the technique. It's called a curtain, a barrier cast with rules. Luffy must have made it to keep Lagunica out. That is really something, says Franky. He covered the whole goddamn island. I gotta meet that guy again. He runs after the twins, chasing after him. Well, Usopp doesn't know what he should do, but he decides to join them and hide while doing so, until they arrive at Iceberg's home. While Franky is told about everything, Usopp hears it as well and is left devastated. Robin did that? For us? Franky and the twins burst into a cry, leaving him annoyed, but now he really wanted to help. This is when accidentally he finds a mask. He puts it on as he covers himself with some old raspberry, then steps out, and people hear some ruffling as they turn back to see him. The hell are you wearing that for, Kiwi asks. Zoro gets pissed instantly seeing here, while Nami and Chopper are happy to see him, and as he clears his throat, he says, I am not who you think I am. My name is Sogeking. I have come to help retrieve your friend. I am a friend of Usopp's. You are? Usopp yells. He really doesn't realize it, does he? They all thought. He has told me that you and him are not on good terms, Sogeking says, so he sent me. It's cowardly, yes, but he didn't know how to face you. With his turn, Luffy then says Sogeking can come if he wants to. Nami, go look for Sanji and meet us at where the rocket train is, and tell Usopp he has nothing to be embarrassed over. These words from his former captor still contain the same kindness that he threw aside, and seeing him still being so accepting almost leads him into crying, but he knows that this isn't about him, and so he just gets serious. He stays serious. Luffy's always like this, but he must be worried about Robin. Yep, he's... Never mind. So, the story will go as follows. Franky will join them, as well as the Franky family members, and Franky is mostly going for revenge for Iceberg, who they have tried to kill on 2 occasions now. The shipwrights, of course, come. They will, of course, come with them. And Nami goes to the station and finds that Sanji has left her a message, which is not accompanied by a transponder underground. She picks it up and it says, well, he says through the transponder that he's on the train holding Robin. With a spin, he finishes taking out attacking agents in the car that he's currently in, saying, yeah, I'm a bit held up at the moment, but I'm going on ahead. This transponder won't last long, but I know, we're coming, said Nami. With a smile, Sanji will then cut out the call so they can't be traced, and he then walks forward into the next car. Meanwhile, the others take the Rocket Man, or whatever it is called, as even Kokoro comes along, mostly because she's the one that can use the train properly, and Polly, Talstone, and Lulu still go. On the way, they will soon find Sanji and pick him up and chase after Robin, and they arrive at Enies Lobby, passing through the gates, with Luffy taking to the skies and summoning Rika. From the other side of the gate, on the actual island, Enies Lobby, the Marines see this man and report this to Spandam, who catches their call and yells with panic, "Shoot that bastard!" Sleep, Luffy yells into his megaphone made by Rika, and using the Inumaki clan technique, he renders everyone asleep. This wave spreads and spreads until everyone near the main gate is out cold, and looking out the windows, the Franky family and shipwrights are just at a loss for words. I can't believe we tried to fight that monster, Talstone thought. Luffy then says, let's commence our attack. You almost don't sound like yourself, Straw Hat. I like it, Franky said. As they get to shore, they have Zoro break the gate with a slash and run forward as they meet an ambush waiting for them, a whole bunch of Marines, and they see two giants as well over there. Both the groups come to a standstill, but clearly the main gang is pretty outnumbered and even find themselves surrounded. Straw Hat, there are 10,000 of us and barely 20 of you. Yeah, let's see how you handle this even with your weird techniques. What's the plan, Luffy? Zoro asked. Nami? Use it, Luffy said. But then now she reaches into her pocket, brings up her climate attack, attaches it, and releases a cloud into the sky using Usopp's latest invention that he made before he left. And as this occurs, the warrior Marines charge. Lightning tempo, Luffy and Nami yell as Luffy then controls the lightning and amplifies it. It also makes it hit only their enemies in a single strike, and they're left screaming until most of them pass out. Beat them to mush. You hear me? Polly yells. With the battle cry, they charge forward as the giants are the first to attack and strike down with each of their clubs, but Luffy receives the attacks as Rika would then form and with a scream flies towards the two, grabbing them by their hair and throwing them back into the gates they're meant to protect. With this momentum, using bombs, gadgets, whatever they could, everyone attacks, with King showing extreme skill, matching that of Usopp, and even surpassing it. The situation has kind of made him want to try more. Franky makes ridiculous stuff out of nowhere, like giant nunchucks from pillars and connecting them with chains, blah blah blah. And Sanji said, Luffy, go on ahead. We'll take care of them, just get Robin. With a nod, the captain flies to Rika, who follows behind as he moves quickly and finds her, and he yells, Robin! Down at the bridge from the waterfall ring, a cuffed Robin is being taken to the rest of CP9 by some agents when she and her captorers turn to see Luffy land with Rika, and with a smile he says, we came to get you. What? Why are you going so... Did you say we? She begins to hear the sounds of battle and cannot believe what is happening. The Marines and agents meanwhile attack, with some even knowing Hokushiki, but as they near Luffy, lightning strikes them down from above, and Luffy will then hold his hand out. Let's go back. Gritting her teeth, however, Robin says to leave. I want to be captured. I want to die. Just leave. You're gonna kill yourselves over a woman you barely know. I guess you still don't get how serious I am. Looking to the judicial island where she was being taken, he says, I'm not afraid to fight the world government for you. I do it in the blink of an eye. And I told you how I feel, but you just can't keep doing this. Harper was crying all night. Falling to her knees and breaking down, Robin says that she does want to live. I want to go back to the Mary. I want to go back to sea, but just like how you don't like cursing anyone, you were the first group of people that I don't want to curse. Seeing his friend like this, Luffy is reminded of what Iceberg told him about Robin, and walking to her, he grabs her cuffs and breaks them off as he then puts his hat atop her head and walks past her. Turning around and holding the hat down, Robin then sees Luffy rolling up his sleeves as Rika begins to bulge with power and immense cursed energy. Then let me help you, and don't complain. I chose to do this. You're not guilt-tripping me. Pulling back his katana, Luffy gathers all his will and power into it, turning his blade entirely black before he then swings up. Curse sovereignty! From the bridge to the main building, an invisible force rips through everything until it splits that huge building and just the main building just to shreds, and the remaining CP9 members begin to fall when they would see Luffy. He did all this, Spandam yells. Rika's one eye then forms as she gathers and releases a blast of cursed energy, and this disintegrates everything in the way, and I mean everything. Not a single Marine remains. Anything there is just gone. And after Rika is gone, after she's done, she's left grinning from ear to ear. Robin is left wide-eyed as this is a declaration. To destroy Enies Lobby to such a degree, or much less even attack it, isn't something light. He knows what he's doing and he's doing it anyway. Rika would then disappear with Luffy looking back to Robin and helping her up. No more running away. With the nod she says, okay, sorry for all the trouble. Hey, that's what I'm here for. Don't worry, you're not cursing me or anything. Or any of us. I can't believe you just tried. No, you did destroy a Marine base. As they walk forward, however, Luffy said, really? That sounds exactly like me. I'm a pirate. On the other side, King has convinced the Giants to go against the Marines as they have met their leaders and they were by no means trapped anywhere. How dare those bastards. Thanks, King, says Oma. But what about your friend, asks Kaishi. Are you sure it's okay to just let him go alone? At the moment, upon the battlefield, would form multiple limbs from around people, Marines, and Giants turn to see Luffy and Robin crossing arms as they stand atop a nearby rooftop. Cease fluid, the both say, as they then dislocate and crack the bones of their opponents to such a degree that they just pass out. Luffy, Robin. As he lowers his hands, Luffy would then say, that's really hard to do. You said you didn't want to bear my curse, so sorry for asking, Robin said. Luffy would then grab and slowly take her down, saying it's nothing. Alright guys, I got her, let's get out of here. Omo at this moment then breaks the gates that we're supposed to be protecting to see what happened on the other side, because he's kind of curious, and as Luffy lands, Sanji and Zoro quickly reach them and protect the two, but notice the Marines looking horrified and looking off elsewhere. Those who saw what happened on the other side were left in shock. He destroyed everything. There's nothing left. Straw Hat leveled everything. Yeah, I figured he'd do something that ridiculous, Sogeking thought. This lowers the morale of the Marines, as those left behind will quickly call for reinforcements and just panic. Meanwhile, everyone makes their way out, and the Giants make way for them. Never run off like that again, got it, Nami-san? You had us worried. What happened again? You can stop crying, Chopper. I'm just so happy. If we can get Usopp back, then maybe we'll be back together again, fully. As the group gets quiet though, Zoro would say that only depends. He has to apologize first. As they make their way out, however, they already see a Navy fleet waiting for them and have been surrounded, as the Marines would fire shots and giant cannonballs at the Giants. However, pulling back his slingshot, Sogeking would then hit both of the cannonballs and deflect them away. Thanks, man. Rika would then be summoned, as Luffy would then take out his megaphone yelling, "Sleep." He unknowingly releases the Conqueror spirit into it and infuses it into his curse, and upon being hit, everyone within a 20-mile radius actually falls asleep instantly, and this means the entire fleet is just done for. Come on, what are you standing there for? Hence the crazy rocket, Luffy yells. Gathering their bearings, they then do so and head off, as they would then see more Marines dozing off, and it's just a bizarre scene, as is the curse behind Luffy just laughing like a maniac. Back at the Marine headquarters, we then find Garp laughing his ass off while Sengoku sits across from him and Aokiji. Would you stop doing that? Sengoku yells. As he calms down, Garp would then say he can't help it. For once, I'm not the one who messed up. I was pretty beat up, Aokiji said. He used hockey. This takes him by surprise, and Sengoku at the side when they looked at Garp. Her grandson just raided Enies Lobby. You lost all contact. I figured he'd knock them all out with cursed speech. Isn't there a way to counter that thing? Asked Sengoku. As Garp thinks about it, he says maybe hockey is strong enough to probably ward it off. He didn't even know hockey until now, so he might be screwed either way, He then stands saying he'll go over and he walks out, as Aokiji would then ask if he could ask Luffy to be a warlord. It puts less trouble on the boogie. Sengoku agrees, but Garp says, well, we didn't have a meeting with the Gorosei, but yeah, sure, I'll ask. He'll probably say no, though. Meanwhile, the Strats find the going merry and ride it out instead of jumping onto the crazy rocket. And as they ride out, the Giants will rise on the crazy rocket instead, and following them while they're maneuvering between ships, they get out. Wait, where's Usopp? Yells Chopper. You said he would be here, right? As the shipmates look to Sogeking, he looks nervous and clears his throat. He is actually using another boat. Huh? This ship became his, Chopper said. So why? Does that mean Mary came here on its own? As this dawns on them, they all look to her head, and it's extremely bizarre. That's not possible, right? Nami said. You tell me. I've seen a lot of things. A sentient ship isn't that weird, Luffy said. I could have sworn I heard her voice calling for us as well, Robin said. Seriously? That's creepy as hell, Kokoro said. We got another ship incoming, Chopper said. At that moment, they then look off with them seeing the Galileo ship, and upon seeing them, the shipwrights wave over, being happy to see them alive. This is insane. He really stormed the government base, Iceberg thought. As the ships get closer and closer, however, this is when Mary's injuries finally show, as she will be torn apart, showing everyone, her horrible state and throwing everyone to the floor. Oh crap, their ship. It's not gonna last. No, not now. I fixed it pretty well, Usopp said. You're not a shipwright, Franky yelled. Say that again and I swear to God I'll sock you myself. The ship is in pain. It's time to put her to rest, Iceberg said. Right now I'm looking at a miracle. This ship pushed itself just for you guys, with no helmsman, just itself. A silence falls with the hardest part of all of this coming to fruition, and Luffy says that they will put her to rest, and no one says anything. They simply get on a little boat brought out by Galileo, and they slowly set sail, with Luffy then raising his hand as it lights ablaze. Is this fruit? Zoro thought. Swinging forward, Luffy will then release a calm wave of flames that envelop Mary instantly as it begins to snow and the tears begin to flow. Getting Mary, their adventures with her, everything have gone through until now, culminates in them hearing Mary's voice once again. I'm sorry, I wanted to carry you a little further. Is that a... Who's saying that? Is that a voice? The Strats can tell it's Mary. Luffy then screamed that it wasn't her fault. I was so obsessed with not trying to curse her and everything, I let you deal with this pain all alone. We're the ones who were sorry. Usopp shed so many tears that day that even his mask could not hide them, as his facade broke very quickly, and he had to watch as the ship was put to rest, and it just hurts a lot. As she sank to the sea, Mary, however, said, even so, I was happy. Thank you for caring about me. Truly, I was happy. I can't believe what I'm saying right now, Iceberg thought. Goodbye, Mary. For real though, Mary deserves a lot of love. Now, we will fade to black. The curtain over Water 7 has disappeared, but had a good effect of raising part of the Swallow City back above the sea, because like it was basically floating with the curtain, right? So people can finally see their shores once again, which is extremely rare. And we then go to the temporary Gully Law headquarters, made from what was Iceberg's destroyed home, and he was drawing up blueprints while Franky sat nearby. So what are you gonna do with those blueprints, Iceberg asked. I burned those things as soon as I got here. This takes Iceberg by surprise, but he smiles, saying that's just like him. When they find out, they're gonna be after you. Let me worry about that. What about you? I've been thinking of making Water 7 float. The hell, is that even possible? You grew up seeing a man do the impossible all the time. If you're gonna do it with the Dawn, remember? You're starting to sound just like him. We will now cut to Nami counting the strides to retrieve money incessantly, with her eyes being so full of vigor that they seem bloodshot. Nami, the money's not going anywhere, Luffy said, okay? We're not going anywhere until I make sure it's all here. With a sigh, Luffy would then give up, just as Chopper would then walk in with Robin saluting to Sanji and Luffy, and he said, I went and took care of all the Franky family members, and I didn't let Robin out of my sight. As they both salute, Luffy and Sanji says that was a good job. Robin said that she truly wasn't going anywhere, just as Franky then boards in with the twins doing a Franky pose. You guys feeling super? Oh wait, you're not all here. Zoro's out training, Luffy said. Put on some freaking pants, you bastard. Nami's here. We'd have to talk a little bit, Straw Hat, Franky said, but them taking a seat, while Sanji then yelling for him to once again put on some pants. Like, this dude is out here wearing like nothing, but never mind. But Franky goes on and tells him about the tree Atom, you know, which he was gonna use that money for if he got it from Luffy. When I make a ship, if you let me make a ship from that tree, it'd be the same as the Oro Jackson Roger ship. So if I make that ship, will you guys seal the new world with it? Sure, but you gotta join my crew then. Huh? The world is a give and take. What's the point of getting a new ship if we can't maintain it? I don't want to repeat what happened to Mary. As Franky thinks about it, he says that he really doesn't know, but he'll make an awesome ship regardless for them. Well, I'll be here in case you change your mind, but next time, let's try not to steal from each other. How the hell are you a pirate? Franky said. The whole point of you was pillaging. I know, right? A loud voice at that point is then heard, with their door being kicked off, with everyone ducking, barely avoiding the rubble, and Sanji would have to protect Kokoro, and they'll then get ready for a fight, and through the crack wall enters Garp. So you're the Straw Pirates. I have some men that want to meet your captain. Walking past his crew, however, Luffy says that they can, chill out. Grandpa, stop breaking things. This isn't our house. Wait, that's your grandpa? Sanji says. How? The hell is that supposed to mean? Garp says, with him then taking off his hat, but he's then bonked on the head by Luffy, who starts to scold him, rendering his own men and Luffy's crew in a state of shock. The Marine hero is his grandpa, and he's scolding the Marine hero as a pirate, Franky thought. Okay, I get it. Jesus, I'll fix the wall, Garp said. Good. Sorry, Granny Kokoro. No, don't worry about it. I don't live here. I've never seen the captain so quiet before. I can't believe they're actually related. Bowing to the Marines at this point, Luffy then apologizes, saying this grandpa must be annoying to deal with them leading to thinking that he's an angel in devil's clothing. Don't you think you owe me an apology, Luffy? Luffy, getting a bit more serious, however, says that he's not going to be a Marine. Becoming a Marine is the greatest curse I could ever bear. And that curse is inflicted on every single innocent just so you can keep your power. We're not talking about this again. How about I curse you instead for declaring war on the government? Rika would then form with a roar as she cracks her neck, getting ready for a fight, and Garp gets a little bit nervous, but running in between them, Kobe shows himself, and he says to stop, and Luffy realizes who he is. Kobe, you had a huge growth spurt. Jeez. Rika, it's okay, he's a friend, and as for him, well, I don't really know about him. What the hell you look so indecisive about me, you brat? Rika would then go away with Garp calming down, just barely, and Hamba would then walk in as well, saying that creature is terrifying as described. Oh, it's you. Hey. Hamba would then wave back nervously because he did get sent flying by Luffy before, and Zoro then runs in but sees that a fight hasn't broken out yet. Is it him? Your grandpa? Yep, grandpa, meet my first mate. Zoro, this is my grandpa. Don't attack him. He'll kill you. What kind of monster do you think I am? Garp asked. The same one that just broke into a home unprovoked, Nami said, and tried to curse his own grandson, Kobe said. Getting quiet, Garp would then lament on his moment, knowing that he doesn't exactly have the best case right now. In the end, he ends up fixing the wall, but Luffy, who wanted to take responsibility for the damage as he broke into the place trying to reach him, would do the same. Garp has his men not attack or do anything, and they would all lose anyway, even if they did, including himself. No. And this is when Garp said, by the way, I heard you met your father. Loketown, was it? Yeah, that's where he was. Huh? I don't even know who he is. Who told you that? I guess he's still avoiding you then. If you're his grandpa, I'm interested in who his father is, Robin said. Yeah, me too. I feel like he can't be normal. Well, your father's Monkey D. Dragon, the revolutionary. Upon hearing this, everyone freezes in their tracks, and everyone who heard this, marine, pirate, and otherwise, shout in shock of what they just heard, and even fall to the floor, flabbergasted, including an eavesdropping Usopp. Seriously? He thought, the revolutionary has a son, Kobe yells. What kind of strange family is this? This is the first time I've even heard of his full name. A confused Luffy then asks why everyone is so panicked, with everyone being shocked that he doesn't know what the hell this means and how infamous his father is. Your father's known as the world's worst criminal, but he's also a man of mystery, so many don't know about his whereabouts or secrets, Robin said. As he goes back to fixing the wall, however, Luffy says that he doesn't care. You don't? He's a man I don't know or care about, who left me the day I was born. I already have someone to consider a father. His name is Shanks, and I have a mother. Her name is Don Don. I'm fine with that. Using that red hair as your freaking dad. I must have ruined you, Garp says. Luffy, however, just keeps a smile, keeps fixing the wall, and Garp then says that they should just forget about the dragon thing, which is insane to ask anyone, but they will of course keep their mouth shut, because they real G's like that. All this talk about curse and whatnot, Garp said, just make sure you don't end up doing that to yourself, you hear me? I won't have it. Where was this softy you a few minutes ago? I was in grandpa mode, but don't go grandpa mode and kick down people's houses. I'm supposed to be the bad guy here. Fair enough. So, after fixing the wall, they're about to leave. Usopp flees, and Kobe and Habapo stay to exchange some stories with Luffy and talk about their training. You know, they talk with Zoro and Luffy, and they're at the porch of the house, and it's just amazing how far both groups have come. And this is when Kobe asks Luffy, when are you planning to head to the New World? As soon as I can, I guess. I don't really care when I do, as long as it's with everyone. Then, let's meet there again. I'll be much stronger then. I'll become an admiral, I swear. As he's left with heavy breath, Luffy then says, sure, you don't need to be so dramatic, you know, we're friends, you can just tell me. To have his dream affirmed again this way motivates Kobe even more, and he promises to get even stronger, and Zoro says that he'll be much stronger next time anyway, so maybe they can actually square off for real. And the two of them run off because they have to leave, and Luffy waves goodbye. A while later, a party is then held, everyone is there, even Soka King enjoying Sanji's food, and the Giants are there, and it's truly a perfect end to everything. 3 more days will then pass, and Franky, with the help of the shipwrights, makes a new ship, and doing it all, Usopp is thinking of ways to reconcile with everyone. Luffy and their crew, meanwhile, are shown to they're shown the new bounties by the Franky family as they're about to go to see their new ship. And the bounties are exactly the same except for Usopp, Sanji, Zoro, and Luffy. Luffy has a bounty of 50 million. Zoro has 300. Chopper has 30. Actually, nah, I was gonna change Sanji's picture, but there's no reason to. It's still the same. So, Chopper has 30 million because I hate that bullshit about him being a pet. It's not funny. Chopper does legitimate shit that impacts the series, Oda. It's really not funny no more. Like, just stop. Like, bro, seriously. Man's really punched Queen in the face. Like, square in the face. You gotta stop. So they all have different reactions of happiness, fear, excitement with these numbers, and for Sanji, seeing his poster just ripped him up from the inside. Wait, before anything else, we wanted to ask you for a favor, Zamba said, with them taking out Franky's bounty, and he's now 44 million, begging, and they just beg Luffy to take him to the sea because they do not want their brother to get hurt. You're extremely strong, so he'll be fine with you. Please, Straw Hat. We then fade to black. We open up on the tired, sleeping shipwrights near a tarp covering the ship that they have already finished, and the Straw Hats then walk up and they hear Luffy's voice, but they're still asleep. But Iceberg is the one that would manage to get up and greet them because he's that businessman type of guy. You gotta, present yourself correctly. And his crew have come with their luggage and everything. Finally made it. Franky isn't here, but let me show you your ship. Grabbing the tarp, Iceberg would then pull it off to show their new gigantic ship, leaving them in awe of its form. This is really for us? Chopper screams. Oh, and I gotta see the kitchen. Let me in there. Well, go right ahead, Iceberg says. Running to their new ship, they board it and take notice of the deck, which is floored with grass, and it's so soft to walk on and frolic through. And as they shout about how amazing it is, the shipwrights wake up, to see their creation being admired. Meanwhile, Luffy will then talk to Iceberg. So I guess he's not joining us. Honestly, he wants to go with you, but he's an idiot. He thinks he has a good duty to stay on this island or something. If you want to force him to go, I don't care. It might be the push he needs. But the small Luffy then says that he has an idea. We will now go to the Franky family hideout, where Franky will be resisting the pleas of his men, and they even show him his bounty. You can't stay with us anymore. You know this is what you want. We don't want to drag you down. Just because they lump me in with them, you want me to leave? At that moment, the doors of the hideout are then open slowly, and everyone turns to see Luffy enter. Hey, can we talk? Luffy, finally, talk some sense into him. Grabbing him, they push Luffy forward as they would then leave and slam the door shut, and Franky would then sigh, saying, sorry I didn't say anything, alright, but this is my place. I can't go with you guys. He goes and takes a seat, saying, I wish you a safe voyage. It's definitely going to be fun. Well, this man Luffy would then take a seat as well to the floor, saying, I bet. I can't wait to see all the rooms. The deck looks beautiful. I saw everything. Of course they look good. I put my best designs for great comfort. Just wait till you read the manual. Yeah. I still want you to come with me, Franky. I need a shipwright. Oh, so I'm here for your ship only, huh? That hurts my feelings, man. Taking out his blade, Luffy would then lay it down, saying, when I say curse, I cut someone, do you know why I refer to it as cursing people at all? I didn't know you did that. Oh, yeah, right. But go ahead. Tell me, Franky said. To curse someone means for me to put all my negative emotions into it. To inflict the worst thoughts and emotions towards them in the most twisted way. To quite literally wish death and actualize it. With a nervous laugh, Franky would then say that's a terrifying power, and Luffy says that he knows. I heard about Tom, I get that you feel responsible, but if I gave him the sword, for example, told him to imbue with all the same emotions I do, all that hatred, resentment, or whatever lingered after his death, it wouldn't matter. Maybe you would imagine that he'd strike you down, but he doesn't blame you, and neither should you. I know forgiving yourself isn't an easy thing to do, but you have to, or you'll be stuck here, just not by choice, but with guilt. As Franky tears up, he then says, how many times have you done this shit? I'm an expert when it comes to emotions. My dream changed a long time ago. It didn't. It's always been the same. If it wasn't, then you wouldn't have made my ship. You wouldn't try to go steal money. And you can sit here and tell me you don't want to go to sea? Huh? Hearing this from outside, the Franky family members tear up as well, and they begin to hear their brother trying to reconcile with himself, and it hurts to know that he'll be gone. And the door at that moment is then open, with Franky stepping out with his luggage and having tears streaming down his face as he looks to the sky, trying to avoid eye contact. You idiot's gonna be fine without me. As they clench their fists, they would then see that they will, and Franky would take a moment as he marches off, and the family follows him to the shore, where he boards the ship, and they begin to sail off. However, a new concern would then pop up. We're really gonna leave him behind, Straw Hat? Franky asks. As he takes a seat, Luffy would then say, if it's his decision, then Usopp can stay. Maybe we'll meet him again on the seas. A loud boom, however, then goes off, with their ship rocking back and forth. An explosion has gone off, and looking forward, they then see Garp's ship approaching with the monster of an old man grabbing a giant cannon and a cannonball and then hurling it at them. What the hell is he made of? Zoro says, with him then leaping to the air. Shi sui son son. He splits the ball as it crashes beside them, avoiding the Sunny, and Luffy yells for Garp to stop that. This is my new ship, damn it! Does it look like I give a damn? If you hate it that much, then knock me out. Staying quiet, however, Luffy would then take out a sword, telling everyone to protect their new ship, and they realize that he's trying to stall for Usopp to come, so they protect the ship and keep doing so until they hear his voice. Guys, wait. He falls to his knees exhausted from all the running, but he sees that they're not listening or even looking over. They're leaving. No, this can't be it, right? His heart thumps faster and faster and faster until it explodes him into tears. I'm sorry! I was being stubborn, I was being stupid, I'm sorry. They're all stunned by this, but are happy with Usopp saying that he knows that he already quit. But I didn't mean it, I swear. I just felt like I was being left behind. I take it all back, I swear. Just let me come back, please. As he smiles, Luffy will then form the Inumaki sigil, saying, get over here, you idiot. Luffy is then pulled to the ship as he knocks head with Luffy, who is not crying, as they both crash to the floor in tears. Thanks for taking me back. I swear I'm not going to do that ever again. No problem, just, we need to talk. As it sits straight, Usopp would then say he's not going to do anything this stupid again, like he legit is kowtowing, and Luffy would then summon his Inumaki megaphone. Sleep. He releases the curse with everyone hit by it being knocked out, and though Garp uses Haki, he still felt like he was going to pass out, but he actually wasn't getting passed out. Jeez, okay, I get the message, you idiot brat. Franky at this point then goes to the wheel and yells for everyone to hang on. Coup de vent. Using a shockwave from behind, he shoots the ship into the sky, catching a lot of wind while leaving the onlooker shocked. So, what were you gonna tell me? Usopp asks. You have a curse technique. Upon hearing this, everyone yells, what? Oh, also, what do you think we should name the ship? Luffy asks. Is that really important right now? Usopp yells. How do I have a curse technique? What is Usopp's curse technique? How strong will it make him? Find out in the next part of One Piece. It's been your boy Ifs. I said that super fast. I hope you enjoyed this. Peace. Gone.
Yeah, you better listen. I'm bringing heat. You'll be a fan when I start rapping. Way I'll have your fucking head spinning. I'm known as spit vicious. Release bombs and go tick tick. Boom, you blow me that head missing. I'm a phenomenon. Stacking cheese like it's Parmesan. 8 different flows, call me Octomom. I'm moving fast like the Autobahn, and I'm independent, so I'm not your fucking